Hey, hello. In this stream, I'm going to add some lights to the feet of my spider. I have a spider climbing game, and I've turned off all the lights in the scene, except for a little light on the spider. And the reason I'm doing that is because all the light is going to be very intentional in the game. There will be some areas that are lit for decorative scenery for you to climb through. But for the most part in the game, everything's gonna be dark, and you gotta use your feet and environment lights to find your way around. That'll be fun. The first thing is I want to make the feet have lights. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but my internet was bad, so I didn't stream. But I still did some work. I first made this animated vines that grow. And this is what I want to put at the feet. What I want to happen is when your foot attaches to the ground, from where the foot attaches, the animation here that I showed you will play. But it will only be visible on the ground. It will not be visible in the air. So it will appear as though vines are growing into the ground from the spider's foot, and it will light up the ground and light up the air a little bit too. In order to make it happen, because the ground is not just one giant piece, I am going to use a light mask. And yesterday, when I was doing stuff off screen, I tried many things to make it work. And I tried to use a sprite 2D, animated sprite. Unfortunately, the thing that I was trying to do is not going to work. Basically, if you take an animated sprite and attach it to a light, and then give it a light only and multiply, you can make it so that it will clip only and appear only on the ground that has the same light mask. Unfortunately, the multiply creating problems when there's multiple lights overlapping each other. So I tried everything and nothing worked to make it so that they were not overlapping and looking ugly with big black boxes where there was no light. And they were multiplying the no light to the other light, and then it was turning into no light. Very bad looking. So I realized that an animated sprite is not going to work. The reason I was using an animated light in the first place was because the textures available, none of them really work for animation, animated textures. There's an animated texture in Godot, but when you read the documentation, it says that it's buggy and it will probably be removed in future versions of Godot. I didn't want to use it because it's buggy, and I didn't want to use it because I'm going to be upgrading Godot as I continue this project, especially since the new version of Godot is going to have jolt physics, which will be very helpful. So I'm not going to use animated texture. Since the sprite, animated sprite also didn't work, my last remaining option is to use a viewport texture. Because a viewport texture can be animated, it can be a scene containing a sprite, animated sprite, and then I can use that as the texture. That's what I'm going to try to do today. Hopefully it works. This is my last idea. If this does not work, I do not know what I'm going to do at all. Yeah. I have one other janky idea that I'm not very happy about, and it would be to make one scene with all the ground, and in that scene, give the 4 feet lights into that scene with all the ground so that they can be as a child of a one node with all the grounds. And then I could use, I think sprites have a clip parent. Yeah, clip children. So it only will show on the children or the parents. I really don't want to do that because it means that I need the entire level on one scene. It'll be like kind of messy. Instead of just being able to place things how I want, I would need a separate scene just for the ground and then a separate scene for everything else with the ground. So hopefully viewport texture works. Okay, I will get music going and I will start working. I think it'll be a bit of a short stream today. Hopefully I can accomplish this. If I accomplish this today, then that's the end of this stream. And if I'm really running into obstacles, I'll take a time and think about it. Yeah. Let's get some music. Let me check my... Okay, it seems like I can turn the music down a little bit. Okay. Let me check my YouTube is live and my Twitch. Everything seems good. Yeah. Okay, I have to clean up some things because I was experimenting so much. So the first thing I have to do is clean up a lot. I'm going to delete this. Save. Scenes, 2D art, spider, footlight, remove it, footlight, remove it. In the spider, remove them. Yeah. Okay. That is pretty good. What else did I do? I added all the frames to the animation that I rendered. I created a file for the render. Grayscale level. What did I do to grayscale level? I changed the light mask to 3. Okay. I will call this experimenting with animated lights. I found out that trying to use an animated sprite that multiplies with the light only will not work in my case because there are 4 of these lights that will frequently overlap. Instead, I will try viewport. textures. Okay. Okay, so everything is still working. Pretty good. I need to look at the spider and remind myself how I did this viewport texture. There was somewhere where I said it. Was it on the spider? Where's the ready function? Here we go. So I define the sub viewport as a variable. I wait 2 frames, and then I set the texture in code. And this is in the ready function, so it only needs to be set once. I suppose I need another sub viewport. And I'm thinking, what should I put that on the foot? The spider foot. I think it should be fine to do that. Let's try it. So I'm going to put a sub viewport, and this is going to be defined now. When I defined the sub viewport, yes, I just defined the node. Okay. Okay. And then I waited 2 frames. And then I set the texture. So I'm going to do the same exact thing, actually. Let's use it as a comment for now. Let's add a point light. Viewport texture. Sub-viewport node. Okay. This should go up on top so I know where it is. And then now I need to add a child node to this, which is an animated sprite. And this animated sprite will be the vines texture. And I will add the frames, which are in here. Oh, nice. Okay. Should I make this local to scene? Not yet, but I'll remember that that is a thing I can do. But I think I might have to. See. Let's save this. Scenes, 2D art, spider. This is vines texture. And then here, I will add vines texture. Let's go into here. Just the auto start. So now this exists. I move it. Seems like the middle to me. Ugh, that bird sucks. That's the middle. Okay. So now I have a scene that's doing this. And hopefully later I can control when it's playing, how it's playing faster and forward and slower in reverse or something. Or slower and forward, faster in reverse. Now I have the sub-viewport. And I have the texture. Oh. It's so big. Still don't see any light. So... I mean... Oh, the light is there. I remember having problems when I put the light on the foot. And I don't remember why I was having those problems. The was behind its parent. I still don't see it. Don't see it. I want to temporarily change this to a sprite. Wow. Oh wait, the feet are not visible. Oh god. So this whole time, it was like that, huh? Wow. All my testing yesterday, I didn't realize that. I wonder if that made a difference. Why is the camera, like, not centered? Okay, so wait, what? Let me go back and change this back to a point light. I still don't see. I would be able to see that, right? If there was a light. Let's do that. Do that. Oh wait, but it's gotta be... Okay. Yeah, that's really weird to me. There's like the sprite, but it's not moving with the parent. Where did I put it? It's in the spider foot. I look at this, yeah. Finds light. I would have thought that it would copy the position of its parent. Frame chords. Oh. Okay. This is what the scene looks like, and yet the viewport texture does not look like that. The viewport texture is like not centered. This. Oh. Maybe I should do this. What does that do? Oh, now I can't see it at all. Oh, now it's up there. Here. Just to do this. Doesn't make any sense. Why would I do it if it doesn't make any sense? How is this following the transform? Yeah, I didn't do anything to it. It's just a child, and it's following. Maybe because it is, I mean, it's an different. Oh, now it's moving. So it was something to do with the fact that it was a light. Maybe the light doesn't like to follow. What if I change this? Now will it follow? I mean, I don't even know if I'll be able to see it now, because it's a light. For some reason I can't see lights. Let me change this and just do image texture. I can't see it. It's there though. There's nothing. Although I do see it. Maybe that's because It's because of the collision shapes that I can see anything. So what if I... Just to see if the light is actually there. Here. And set this to... subtract. Oh, but then I won't be able to see it. Well, maybe I'll be able to see it if I turn on the point light. No, I can't see it. Yeah, I mean, it should be moving with it. Yeah, so the light is actually moving. It is following it. That's what this tells me. So the light is where it should be, but it's not showing. Like, I don't see the light. This just seems like the same problem I was having before, where when I put it on the feet, I can't see anything. Still don't know why that is. Really confusing. So instead, let's put the light here. Oh. That means I have to move the sub-viewport. Don't see it. Whoa. What the hell? How come that's gone? About the same. Is that gonna show? How did I get this one to show? This one shows. Don't understand. Is it? Oh. Okay. Something with the viewport texture is not working. Okay. That helps me. Hmm. Oh, so the size is 512 by 512. Does the camera? Bet it does. It does. Ugh, can we skip this song? I need to get rid of the dubsteps, as I hate dubstep. I'm a hater. Okay, what about this? This. Whoa. Hi, Van. Yeah, I hate dubstep. I just don't like it. It's just like very like, um, other people can like it. Other people can like it. Ooh, obnoxious. Obnoxious. Hyper energetic pop kind. Yeah. Ugh. 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 It just annoys me. It just annoys me. Let's set up the... Set this up again. Wait, what? If it's just a gradient, then how come I can't see it? Oh, because... okay. Viewport textures are really cool. Okay. Yeah, no light. What if I were to... do this? That's not it. To look at. No, all I had to do was just set the texture. Is it maybe using viewport with lights are different than I think? Because that's the only thing that's different. Before, I was setting a viewport to a sprite, and now I'm setting a viewport to a light. Yeah, now it appears. But when it's a light, it doesn't appear. This confirms to me that the viewport texture is correct. But when I try to put it onto a light, it doesn't work. I'm not getting any errors. Yeah. I feel like that's just going backwards. If I try... Yeah. This is doing the thing where there's a black background around it. That's no good. The reason I'm using a viewport texture at all is because I'm trying to avoid the problems that came with using a canvas material. Can be applied to 3D objects. This is a 3D thing, I don't... Point Light 2D copies texture to an atlas so that multiple lights can be used within the same draw call. Updating the textures requires a copy. We may have to support updating Point Light 2D textures dynamically. As long as only one Point Light 2D uses the viewport texture. Called every frame in process. Ugh. This is so sad. Oh. Await rendering server frame post draw. Jesus. Texture. Viewport texture. Okay. Oh, it's still up. Await rendering server. I don't see it. There's just no way to have animated lights at all yet. And it's something that people want based on that forum post. And these workarounds aren't working. I don't know what they're even saying. When was this? Okay, this was pretty recent. That's actually not that recent. Jesus. Removing the light from the scene tree and adding it back seems to force the update of the global light texture. But the mechanics to update the texture are already there. So if I really want to make this work now, I have to basically set the image, delete the light, and then spawn the light again every frame. And the alternative to that is wait for animated lights to be added again because they were removed. That's one alternative. And then the other alternative is make a sprite, animated sprite, that is a child of the entire level and set its position every frame to the spider's foot. And then use regular lights. And it's just really sad that there's no animated lights. Like, you can't animate the lights. It's really sad. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna fix problems that I've created, clean up, and then end the stream. And then next week I'll think of something else to do. I'm not gonna make these, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make these ridiculous workarounds for the vines in the floor, knowing that soon something like that will get fixed. This isn't something that needs to be done right now. I can wait a really long time to make these animated vine texture into the ground things. And then I have another idea, which is I do kind of like what I did in Dreams, but it would be a little bit easier. But I don't like that idea very much. It was boring. It was dumb. I don't like the way that I did it in Dreams, where I manually drew vines on everything and then lit them up. I think it was dumb. And just necessary. Like in Dreams, I needed to do that. Yeah, that would be just as much a workaround as the other thing I'm thinking of. Probably more of a workaround, because I'd have to add a texture and then find a way to tile it. I wonder if I can write a shader somehow. I do not need this. I don't need this. Fire. Delete. Delete. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much back where I started. Now with the knowledge that animated lights are not something that I'm going to be able to do. It's a write a shader. Shader is like the only way I can think of. I wonder if that would work. What if I make a light with a gradient 2D and then I attach a shader to it? Let's experiment with the spider's light. Material. Material. It's been too long, I don't remember the... Something 2D, texture 2D. These, I don't remember the... Uniform. Been a long time since I did shaders. Why? Right. And then I could add image texture. And then in theory, I could add, let's just do this. Okay. I could multiply I don't see this doing anything to change it at all. Is there anything I can do to change it at all? Read only the contents of the default texture. Oh my god. It makes me think that even if I do a shader, it's not going to work because they set it up here. Godot no longer... All lighting is done during the regular draw pass. Godot no longer draws the object again for each light. Yeah. It looks exactly the same as before. Okay, so shader not probably gonna work either. Especially since I don't see anything online about using a shader. Let me see. I don't see anything about that. There's also this introduction to shader, introduction to animation. This is all they have for Client Light 2D. Okay. What was I doing? Let's go to Spider. Remove this shader. Go to shaders. Delete the shader. I really don't know how I'm going to make the vines appear. Yeah, I guess I will just do it like how I did in Dreams. Maybe. I can stall for a long time before I do that. And hope that they add animation to lights. Because that's pretty important. It's very important for art to be able to animate lights. I'm just sitting around thinking if I want to do something else today. I think the answer is no. But part of me just wants to sit here and think about how am I going to do this. Could make a shader. Oh, but you know, that would be a problem where the two pieces of ground meet. I was thinking I could make a shader that has a tiled vine texture on it. And then like light up the actual tile texture. with a light. The normal light, not a fancy light. Have the added benefit of being able, I'd be able to control the size. Would I make it so that there wouldn't be a problem for 2 pieces of ground clip? What does this do again? This feels like what I need. Applies a color tint to all nodes on a canvas. Only one can be used to tint a canvas. Render things independently. Maybe I could give this a texture. I could put all the brown pieces in one scene and then the canvas modulate just on that scene, maybe. And then give that a vines texture that repeats. And then... yeah, this has a light mask. And then use light mask so that the feet vines only light up the canvas modulate of the ground that has the vines texture. So then only the vines would light up. Guess that's how I would do it. It's not bad. It's just disappointing, mostly because I wanted to use animated lights in other ways, not just for this. Okay. Okay, that's it for me. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to get what I want with this. So I'm gonna move on to something else next week. I don't know what it'll be. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, it's just learning. And yesterday I did a lot of learning too. But I had a theory on how could I do it. And then today, I learned that that theory is not gonna work, and that nothing is going to accomplish what I want exactly. Not exactly what I want. There are similar things that I can do right now. So my options are to wait for the thing that I want in the engine, or do the similar thing. I'm going to wait with the knowledge that I might have to do the similar thing later. Yeah. The similar thing isn't bad, it's just not what I wanted. Yeah. I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. I was thinking about streaming tomorrow, even though I don't usually stream development on Wednesdays. I was thinking of doing it because I didn't stream yesterday, because my internet was out. But I did work on the game yesterday, I just didn't stream it. So I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. Especially since I learned this thing, and now I think I need some time to think what I want to do next. Now that I know that this is just not gonna happen. Yeah. So this is a good time for me to take a week and think, what do I want to do next? Probably it's gonna be like the storybook, finish the storybook. Let me see who's live. Spidey's still live. Well, that's who I'm gonna watch. So, yeah, it's time to regroup. Very important, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that the animated lights is not a thing. Not really. It used to be a thing in Godot 3, but in Godot 4, they optimized the engine, and the trade-off with that was animated lights for lots of better performance. Yeah. Um, yeah, it'll be good. Next week, probably do the storybook thing, more storybook pages, and maybe even more Blender and storybook things. Be fun. I'm not gonna raid anybody, I'm just gonna end the stream. Because I'm just gonna go watch Spidey, and I think you're watching Spidey right now, too. So, I'm just gonna end the stream. Bye, Van. Bye, anybody who's lurking. I'll see you all next week on Monday, provided my internet works. Bye-bye.